So we're gonna go over some of the best Arma 3 video settings. I want to help you guys get your video settings correct. Honestly, like it's gonna vary depending on like what your monitor looks like and all that stuff. But trust and believe, I'm gonna get you guys squared away. Yeah, just like have faith in the video, bro, and stick with it. But first and foremost, we want to go ahead and open up our escape menu and go to our settings. Alright, so the first thing you want to do, honestly, so like I'm running on a 6650 XT that could be compared to a Nvidia 3080, 3090 type shit. But first thing you want to do, bro, make sure that you're on fucking full screen, borderless full screen. They only give you two options, window and then borderless. Yeah, you want to have your stuff at 100% because if you go anything higher, you want to have your stuff at 100%. Let's just say that. Honestly, bro, I'm gonna be real, bro. Like fidelity, if you're on AMD, consider fidelity. If you having trouble with getting like the best frames and shit. If not, if you ain't having no trouble, bro, you don't really need fidelity because it's like upscaling. Upscaling. If you're doing good, bro, with frames and quality, you're good, bro. Don't use fidelity. If you're not, try it out. It upscales it and makes things a lot smoother. All right, so you don't want to use VSync. Your draw distance, yeah, boom. You want to keep that as low or normal as possible. Nearby depth of field, I got that off. Post processing, I'm gonna be honest. Post processing is gonna take up a lot of your VRAM, your video memory. It's gonna use up a lot of your graphics card resources. In other words, but I got mine on the highest only because I got 8 gigs. I got 8 gigs of waves. I got 8 gigs of video RAM, and I want to make my graphic card actually do something, So I didn't pay this much for it to do nothing. So I'm gonna make it work. So I got my graphics, my post processing at the highest. If you having lag, if you having frame issues, you having low frame rate, consider turning this down until you figure it out. You could turn it on none. You could turn it on low. I'll say FXAA is the more uh FXAA is the more gives you a better performance, and SMAA gives you better quality. So I got mine on SMAA high. All right. Anyway, we got our depth field on none, ambient occlusion on low, contact shadows off. If you want to turn up your ambient occlusion, it's only gonna make it look more pretty. Honestly, I feel like my game looks pretty enough, man. And I got a overlay and I adjusted my screen, so yeah, it looks pretty enough for me. Hardware anti-aliasing, I got that turned up because I don't like jagged edges, and AMD gives you like AMD is completely different from Nvidia. Nvidia got their shit down together. They got their shit packed from what I experienced, bro. They do better with jagged edges than AMD. I'm on AMD, so I got my hardware anti-aliasing up to 8. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: hardware anti-aliasing and post processing anti-aliasing is a different thing. It's two different things. You can have this up and it won't hurt you as much, but if you turn up post processing, it's gonna eat your VRAM the fuck up. Okay, boom. Foliage smoothing. I got it on grass and trees because the game is full of grass and trees, and I don't want that to look bad. So I got that as high as could possibly be. These two are working each other out. Eight hardware and foliage, they're working together to make the grass and trees look as smooth as possible. That's the only reason why I got those on super high, because it just looks ugly to me. It just looks ugly. So yeah. Model geometric detail. I noticed that if you turn this to low, honestly, bro, like, look at the difference. Like as I'm doing it, just look at the difference in the background, bro. Like look at those trees. They start to pop more as soon as you hit ultra. You can go high. I would honestly, if you can go high, cause your game gonna look like shit if you don't. It's gonna look like shit. If you go medium, you could get away with it, but if you go low, It's gonna look like shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'll just leave that on ultra. Only cause my graphics card can handle it. Like I said, I got 8 gigs. If you ain't got 8 gigs, you're dealing with 4 gigs, bro. Leave that on low, medium. Terrain surface. I got that on parallax and shadows. Honestly, terrain, object detail, all that kind of things. I try to leave that on high because I want my game to look good, bro. But if you're only focusing on frames, I'm gonna just say this right now, bro. Just set your quality preset to low, and then boost up whatever you can. Like boost up whatever you can. As far as terrain, object, what is it? Yeah, object, draw distance. No. Model. You want to go terrain, model, and foliage. You want to make sure those three are of quality. Last thing I got for y'all, man. I got my shadows on medium, and it could vary, but honestly, bro, medium and high, I don't feel like it's too much of a difference, and I don't want to put too much stress on my game, yo. So I'll leave that on medium. I'll leave my distant shadows on low, cause if you turn it on none, bro, like the clouds and all that stuff, it really starts to mess with your game. So if you can, leave distant shadows on low. Render target format, I'll put that to high only cause I'm gonna be real. I don't know what it does. But if I got that VRAM to use it, I'm gonna use it. So boom. Environment quality, I got that set to high only because, like, bro, like I just mentioned, I want my environment to look good. So yeah. Now that we done with that, that's everything we got for you. I'm gonna leave a link in the description for my overlay, my what is it called? Shade ReShade. Leave a link in the description for my ReShade. Last thing you wanna gonna do, man, you're gonna wanna do if you're on AMD. How I do it is I go right here. I hit Alt R, pull up my AMD menu, and then I'm gonna go to my graphics. For my gaming, I'll go to display and I'll change actually, cause look, let me show you right here. If I hit this button, I can make these adjustments while I'm in game. Let me go to gaming. And then as you see right here, I can adjust my sliders in game to give me the best picture quality I can get after adjusting my settings. But what I'm gonna say for y'all is just make sure it's daytime, bro. Make sure it's daytime. Make sure the sun is fully shining, so that way you won't have a problem with what you're adjusting. If you try to do it at night, bro, you're gonna fuck some shit up. It's not gonna be collaborated correctly. So I would say wait till daytime and do your in-game settings with your graphics card. If you got NVIDIA, you're probably gonna want to go to your control panel and pull up your NVIDIA settings and adjust your in-game graphics. That way, after you do all that, bro, you want to go to your monitor. Go to your monitor and just make those minor adjustments until you feel like your game look as good as it could to you in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? In your eyes. If you play multiple games, you probably gonna want to set up a profile for your monitor. If your monitor got profiles, if it don't, then bro, don't touch your monitor like that, bro, unless you only play one game. But besides that, that's all I got for y'all, man. I'm sorry I couldn't chop this video up and edit it more than that. I know probably a lot of y'all only gonna watch this video for about 1 minute, 1 minute and 30 seconds. But hey, I did it, man. I put it out there for y'all, man. If y'all fuck with it, leave a like, leave a subscribe, share this with your friends. A lot of this is basic info, but I feel like you need to know. So there it goes.